up, everyone? I'm back for another. Oh man, I'm tired. Welcome back to another episode of the No Mods Podcast. I'm your host, Jorge Flores. You can reach out to the podcast on Twitter at nomods009, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at adept_apron. And welcome back to another Monday. I don't know about you guys, but it's been a pretty rough week, pretty hectic schedule, lots of work, a lot of finger pointing, but I digress. Got to start off on the right foot. Let's Vamonos! And hopefully I didn't curse within the first 15 seconds of the episode, which I don't think I did. But, let's get this started. Fuck, dude. I'm tired. But I will say, this week has been filled with comfort foods. I finally broke my plan of not eating fast food. Ended up going to Jack in the Box. That was the best munchie meal I've had in the past few months. I'm not gonna lie, hands down. I don't even know what else I had to that. And then, besides that, there was a lot of pasta involved. This Friday had shrimp alfredo, and today I made some fucking pasta and meatballs with spaghetti sauce. That shit was fire, dude. I needed that one. Made my own breadcrumbs, chopped my own herbs, seasoned it, rolled the meatballs. Shit was fire. Oh my god. But yeah. But here's a few notes that I wanted to touch on, but mostly because it was been a hard week. I think mental health is something we should all pay attention to. It's very hard to determine who's actually stressed or when someone's stressed and when that's their character themselves. But because some people do a lot in the kitchen. You need to handle stress, so when people see you stressed out, they think it's you. But the reality is, like, a good chef will always ask how their team is doing, and it could just be a simple questions like, honestly, rule number one, just say hi to everybody. Like, you don't have to introduce yourself, but like, just simple hello, how are you? Or just complaining about the weather is a pretty good start off. It's like, fuck, it's cold as shit, which it is cold as shit, so people will agree with you. And then, depending on the mood they are, they'll add on. Because some people are cold as shit and they're like, fucking gas prices are too expensive to fucking have my gas heater going. Or like, electricity's fucking expensive, so I'm not using any fucking electrical heating unit. And it's like, okay, dude. But I mean, that's how most kitchen relationships start. But I mean, simple stuff like that, or just saying, or there's that angle that usually works with the older people, and then the other angle is like you're just thinking about the show, da 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 da, and then someone looks at you weird, and then you're like, go ahead and like speak up, like, hey, dude, are you waiting for the last episode? Like, do you know when it's gonna come out? Da da da. And they're like, wait, you watched that show too? And da da da. So you get the ball rolling. But that's from coworker to coworker. The chef is just gonna say like, do you need anything? Is there anything you need to talk about? Do you need to take like 10 minutes outside? Cause I've been told this multiple times, and then I've heard it a lot in like the self help TikToks that like, the first thing you should learn in order to be better and stronger is admitting when you need help or when you need time off. And but that's literally what it is. Like, having the capacity or mental awareness that you are tired and you're admitting it to yourself, and all you need is like 5 or 10 minutes, then just communicate it with your team. The chef will understand, and half the time the chef usually takes a 10 without saying anything. So they're usually pretty aware of the situation. Like, obviously, like, you guys are working around each other, so like you can feel the energy off radiating off the other person. So yeah, and then just making small talk, even if it's annoying, like, people like slowly get used to you, and like the level of concern kind of grows. Would be the best way to put it. level of concern and care. Because obviously, like, once you start getting used to someone, like, you start caring a little bit more. Unless you guys got some other shit going on. Pero eso ya es puro chisme. Aquí no vamos a hablar nada de chisme. Um, but that being said, like, I was trying to think of, like, other ways that I've managed stress and, like some stories that I would have, like, handling that. And, like, I think working in the kitchen and barely turning 21 is definitely drinking every day. Like, dude, let's go to the brewery after this, and it's like, oh, let's get fucked up. Or sometimes if the servers are cool, they'll hook it up with a few drinks, so on and so forth. Everyone's plastered, having a good time, closing up the shop or the kitchen. I mean, and like, and then like at that point, usually when there's no supervisor around, um, oh, but like people exchange food. Sometimes people order a pizza, um, or fucking Wingstop and have it door dashed over. Fuck, those were good times. Like half the time, I would exchange, um, like Chipotle fettuccine dish, which was like seafood, Chipotle cream, and the fettuccine noodles, and like a fuck ton of Parmesan. Exchange that for like a large pizza, like usually like with all the meat on it, like bacon, Italian sausage, ham, pepperoni, salami, because they also had like a sandwich shop next to it, and this was all on the same property, so it was very much like, hey, you want to hook it up, man? Oh man, and even then, like it continues on to like the idea of like supporting one another. Like I'm not saying I would just do it with the girls, even though most of the people at the restaurant said I did, but I would offer food to everybody. But most of the time, the guys would prefer to go into the employee dining room because they didn't want to go eat like outside of the kitchen. Like, and in case you don't know what an employee dining room is, it's literally what it sounds. It's usually or like a cafeteria, in other words. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of other food news, like, or I can just ramble on more stories, cause that was a really funny place to work out. It was a resort and spa in like San Diego, and that place was fucking hilarious, dude. Like I don't even know, like it was weird. Like I think that's when I started learning like the concept of people handling stress and like life and like the work life balance, cause most of the workers there were from Tijuana, which is the border town next to San Diego, and they literally most of them had two jobs, which I don't even know how the fuck they handle it. But it, long story short, you literally had to travel. You had to be in line for like almost an hour or two, just to get into the United States, back into San Diego, and then after that, you still have to deal with the traffic of people like crossing the border. So that would be like another hour. So you're essentially doing 2 hours of traffic just to get to work, and then 2 hours back. Like that shit's fucking insane. I don't know how they did that, but the reason being is the literally the money exchange where you would literally have a better life, and all you had to do was give up about 4 hours of your day, but you'd be living like you can literally afford a house off the minimum wage in San Diego at the time. But I'm assuming things got better because when I left, a lot of there was a lot of arguments due to Comic Con that makes everything struggle and like insanely stressed around San Diego, and they were trying to bump up the wages there, but I'm not sure if it went through because literally COVID happened, and then or even then like a lot of resorts are still recovering from that, so it's hard to say. Um, but it's funny that I get serious every time, but there was that. I mean, was I getting paid pretty well? I don't. I think at the time I was. And then by the time I left, I was like, all right, I'm not getting paid enough. Because obviously, if you want big money, it's a lot more stress. You could just go to downtown San Diego and get $20 an hour, which in 2016, 2017. That was pretty good. Pero I don't know. I not gonna lie. Going back to mental health, I've been reminiscing about San Diego a lot. Like I'm thinking about moving back, but I'm not sure if that's in my foreseeable future. Cause I do like it out in the Central Coast. The weather's a lot cooler, which is what I like. The summers aren't fucking 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So, I don't know. A ver qué decido. But I do miss the beaches. Not bitches, the beaches. Um, and the food was a lot better. Especially, like, in regards to, like, Hawaiian food. A lot of the Asian food was a lot better down there. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on in San Jose. But I have heard there's some pretty good spots out in San Francisco. Which, surprisingly, I haven't tried. Except for some, like, hole in the wall in Chinatown. That was fucking delicious. And all I had was, the Chinese sausage fried rice. But like the rice and everything was good, not like yeah. But yeah. Um I don't know. I had a lot of my first like food tries like like I've never had a poke bowl. That was fucking fire. Fucking trying loco moco. That shit was fire. Hopefully I said it right. Fucking spam musubi, dog. If you don't know what spam musubi is, it's literally or I'll explain like all the foods that I just mentioned. The spam musubi, in case you don't know, is seared slice of spam. You can make it as thick as you want. Rice patty, usually or sushi rice patty normally, or it could just be rice with some furikake mixed in, and then so it's like a rice patty, fucking shit, the spam patty, and then a little drizzle of like a shoyu glaze, or you can brush it on. Wrap it in an unagi. No, unagi's a fucking eel sauce. Nori. You wrap it in nori. And vámonos, cabrón. And then loco moco, if I'm saying it right, is it's rice. It could be furikake on there too. But essentially, it's a seasoned burger patty. Cook it off, and then in the same pan you make a gravy. Hit that on top, and you put a fried egg on top. That's a comfort meal. That is the comfort meal, not gonna lie. I don't even know where to go from there, but if you make it at home, I suggest you do. And the poke bowl, in case you don't know, it's literally just it's like a lightly tossed in a dressing, and it's a ahi tuna, diced ahi tuna, on rice, and you can have assorted veggies. You can add furikake as well. Oh man, dude! And then the prices around here, the Central Coast are weird. Cause I remember getting a $10 poke bowl, and I was literally getting like a solid 8 ounces or more, and like a huge amount of rice. Which I mean, the rice was filling you up, but over here, like, it's literally like $16 for like about 6 ounces, and like a half cup of rice and like a bunch of veggies. And like, what the fuck's going on here? I was no. I'm not gonna make that joke, but it just tripped me out. And then I didn't know what a Cali burrito was till I moved down there, which was fucking hilarious. Which, if you don't know, it's it's a burrito. Obviously, it's a carne asada, pico de gallo. I think there was mozzarella cheese and French fries, and that was wrapped up. And then carne asada is just pretty much I know it's a cut that's mostly unique to Mexican food, but it's essentially like any type of steak. Carne asada literally just translates to uh, is it seared meat or like toasted meat, kind of, but like if that makes sense because usually it's on the grill, so it gets crispy. And then pico de gallo is pretty much, if you don't know, is which I doubt. Well, it depends where you're from, to be honest. But it's diced tomatoes, diced onion. Hold on. Diced jalapeno. I add serrano, salt, and lime juice, and then from there you can add whatever you want. A lot of people add garlic and a little bit of black pepper just to spice it up, or give it like a a flavor profile. But but it's best to keep it simple, because the lime juice will neutralize the onion, which gives it the crispiness, and then the tomato, and then it seasons the tomato, which makes a really great flavor, and then the spiciness combined is a fucking unit. All right, it's a unit. When you add all this fancy other shit, that's cool. And I also forgot to mention it has cilantro. So the balance of cilantro, onion, lime, tomato, salt, that makes pico de gallo. Okay? Okay. Glad we agreed on that. Um, um, I don't even know if you heard that. um, well, I got pretty hot on that one. Now I'm gassed out. But I mean, it's get way. I remember the first time it was Pico de Gallo down there, and like they said oh, I forgot. You're the Southern Mexicans. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, it's because the Northern Mexicans make better Pico de Gallo. I'm like, what? But I mean, all foods in every country, they vary because every region can resource different products. So you can't fucking blame me that I don't know how to make pico de gallo when you yourself don't even know how to make it correctly. So shut the fuck up. And I'm looking at you in case you ever do end up watching this, because I know you probably don't watch this shit because you're probably still running that banquet business, or you're still running banquets at that one hotel. So te conozco, güey. Te ando mirando, cabrón. And then, damn, I'm running out of shit already. Or random fun fact, just because I'm talking about it down there. I guess the Caesar dressing was actually created in, I think, either Baja California or Tijuana. Or I think that is a debate. Where did it start from? But it's definitely from down south. Um, who knows? But it's a pretty fun story to look into. But surprise, surprise, the Caesar dressing is Mexican. Um, hmm. And then something else that I wrote down, which is kind of funny because I was thinking, like, what else can I add that would help you in case you decide to move forward into the culinary industry, right? Or any industry in this regards, because I've so essentially a chef has to manage a kitchen with a pen and paper. So, not gonna lie, having a good pen makes a huge difference. So, and you're like, oh well, if a chef needs a pen, why do I need one? Well, because you gotta start somewhere. You gotta keep notes. You gotta keep tracks of recipes. Like I just listed off like a few like meal ideas, and you better be writing that shit down. If not, like I'm gonna be like, oh, why didn't you write that shit down? I fucking told you like 5 minutes ago. And it's like, oh wait, es que no me dijiste, wait. I thought it would be fucking easy. Like no, pendejo. Like what the fuck, you know? It's kind of how it goes. And then in the back you'd be like, chef, did you order the bell peppers? Like, yeah, I ordered the fucking case of bell peppers. Where the bell peppers at? And you're like, oh fuck, I took the bell peppers. Was I not supposed to season them? And the chef's like, looks at you and like, you got that face, and you're like, did you take all the bell peppers, dude? I fucking told you only take what you needed. Like, I thought you should have cut all of them. Like, fuck. Ay, güey. Oh fuck. Oh, those were funny. Like I still remember when, like a recent coworker called it Rain Man shit, but like, I literally learned to measure quantities in terms of cases depending on the product, because I did do vegetables for banquets for large volumes. So when I got a full case of bell peppers, that was only a half pan or half 200 pan of sliced bell peppers, or whatever their cut of veg that was. But that shit was weird. But essentially, before I move forward, I might have to draw this one out because I don't know how to explain it to you. So, because I said a 200 pen, right? So, And then, because I can say like a bunch of different names, but you guys aren't going to stand me. But I'm assuming you guys know what a sheet pan is. A sheet pan is usually what you bake cookies on. So, we speak of the 200 pan, 400 pan, 600 pan. I'm talking about the, like almost like the chafing dishes looking one, where it is a rectangle. It is a rectangle, but the depth varies, right? Ignore the notes, right? No, you can't even see that. Okay, so I'll just use the pen. All right. Okay, so this is gonna be the edge. No, wait, no. I'll just use my hands. This is getting complicated. Okay, so this. Wait, no. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Here we go. So let's say this, from my finger up, it's a 200 pen, right? And yeah, for reference sake, right? This is a 200 pen. It's pretty shallow, right? Right? It's usually shallow. And then a 400 pen would be double this. So if this is a 200, then this would be a 400. And then another length of that would make it a 600, and they're super deep. So just letting you know, a little bit of knowledge for you guys in case you guys ever go and want to flex when you go cook. Like, I doubt you could, but like it would be funny. Like, where's your 200 pans? And then they were like, what the fuck are you talking about, dog? Which, another side note, if you're a young cook getting out in the industry, just because I have some lying around, ignore the stuff. But quart cup is 32 ounces. 32 ounces is technically 2 pounds. So if you're making rice, you can use one of these and you can figure out the rest. And the reason I say pounds is because sometimes you need butter, you need a pound of butter. But usually the butter is marked. But let's say you're making a recipe like that I need a half cup or whatever the fuck. And because this is 2 cups to this line. And then half is 1. Half of that is half a cup. Wait. Hold on. Now I'm getting my ass confused. No. 32 ounces. 4 cups. Each cup is 8 ounces. So, this is 4 cups, 3 cups, 2 cups, 1 cup. I almost got myself confused. The pint cups is where I was trying to do the math for, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm counting that wrong. It's damn. Indeed. Oh man, I don't know why the fuck I'm so tired. Like, the only thing I did today was, well, actually that was pretty fun, and that was time consuming. I mean, not time consuming, but exhausting. I took my dogs for like a nice walk. It was a nice cool breeze outside. The sun was hot. It was really nice, and a lot of the small flowers were blooming, so I needed that. And there's some nice gentle clouds. And the sky was nice and blue. It really helped to melt away a lot of the bullshit of the week. Cause no mames, way, like, I don't get why, like, I'm just fucking rattling off shit. But I mean, take care of yourself. Take the time to take care of yourself. If you don't have time to take care of yourself, at least get your 8 hours of sleep or whatever hours you need. Make sure you eat your 3 meals. Drink some water. And then pray for the best. Cause and like I said, even talking a little bit with your coworkers makes a difference. Cause one, if you don't know them, then get to know them. Like, it just helps to like have people be like, hey dude, what's up? How are you, Jorge? Or like, how are you, Samantha? Or how are you, Janela? And it's like, yeah. I mean, but anyway, oh fuck, I still got time. Fuck. Let's see, what else do I got in my chamber today? I'm so mad that, like, I thought it was gonna fucking rain. I wanted to smoke some fucking brisket, and it didn't fucking do shit. And I'm like, puta madre, güey, te la caja, fuck. Damn, dude. I don't know. What else did I do this week? I did a Costco run, but I didn't buy that much. Es que, güey, no mames, güey. Like, I love doing the show. I love recording it. But it's been a rough week. Like, I'm fucking trying to, like, come up with, like, 30 minutes of fucking anything is fucking rough. Like, I don't know, I could start talking about, like, the book I started fucking listening to as an audiobook. It was the Laws of Power. I forget the fucking author. I'm, like, 6 hours in. And I don't know. Like, the things that it brings up does make a lot of sense in a kitchen dynamic, just because a kitchen does have like a bit of like a brigade system. Like literally, there's a brigade system, and there's like a chain of command. And right now where I'm at, there's no fucking chain of command. It's like no mames, way. Like, I need to know who I can talk to about how to do my job better. Cause all I'm being told is like, oh, you fucked up, or why isn't your shit getting done? When obviously I am getting it done. Cause if you look at it, it's getting done way. It's like, fuck, dude, I'm fucking mad now. I don't even know where it came from. I'm fucking. That's why I shouldn't get mad, because it makes me cough like crazy. It triggers my asthma. It's getting on my way. Let's see. How was your day today? Oh shit, really? Damn. Make sure you drink some water though. I mean, yeah, drink some water and stretch. That's all I'm gonna say. And then, actually, um, as far as updates that I've heard about the flooding locally, like over in Pajaro, it seems like they are letting the people return to their homes in the sense of like trying to recover what they can, clean up what they can, and look at whatever needs to get worked on. And I really hope what would it be, the powers that be help those people out as much as they can, and it doesn't come out completely out of their pockets, because that shit's fucking wild. Like, it was a solid like probably like no, it was probably more than 500 people out there, but God bless them, God take care of them, and I hope someone's feeding them, because I have seen a lot of local would it be charity groups handing out food and resources to people just so they can slowly start coming back, because I mean, I would assume the power's still probably out on that side of town, so hopefully things work out and a speedy recovery, because that shit's wild. But I'm gonna look around to see if there's any like charity events or like um, not charity meals, but like a fundraiser. That's what I'm fucking. I can't think right now. If there's any fundraisers, I'll make sure to share it with you guys, because I have spotted a few of them, and I think it's in our good right to help those in need. And I say that because of literally what I just said about a kitchen. Is that you gotta create a network of people, or like, not network, that sounds like a fucking business, but you gotta communicate and create relationship with other people. And I think a fundraiser and charity opportunity will definitely help reach out to that community and like learn a few things. Because from what I've heard, there's a deep, rich history in Pajaro Valley, and and there's much to be learned, even though it is a small town. And yeah, I mean, oh my god, dude, I'm still burning time. I need more. I need more. I need more. Damn. Let's talk about food in Pajaro. Well, Pajaro, right? What can I name off it? There's a levee, and that's why there was a flood. As far as food goes, I know Driscoll's is located around there, like the strawberry people. What else is out there? Oh, the Smuckers. There used to be a Smuckers factory. I don't know if it's still active, but I didn't know there was a processing plant there. Who are the? I mean, that area is close by, but there is like a train freight area around there as well. So it's more. Paro seems to be more of a hub of like transportation of goods and like relay system. Which, I mean, that shit's vital. Like, this whole place is agricultural, so like everything probably passed through there back in the days. I haven't seen as much or heard as much trains as I used to growing up. Because there was like a season when there was like trains constantly passing by, and it seems to be happening a little less. But yeah, I mean, good talking to you guys. You guys look beautiful today. All right. On that note, I think I'll end it a little bit earlier. Thank you for listening to another episode of the No Mods Podcast. I'm your host, Jorge Flores. You can reach out to the podcast on Twitter at NO_MODS009, or you can reach out to me on Instagram at adept_apron. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And make sure to check out the audio episodes both on Spotify and Apple Podcast. It's pretty much going to be the same thing, but there are episodes that I haven't uploaded on YouTube, so make sure to check them out. And don't be afraid to share some recipes or some food insight that you have. I'm very open to feedback, as you can tell. And hope to hear back from you guys. And catch you guys next week. And stay safe out there. It's still pretty cold, so make sure you wrap up. Have a great week and a great Monday.